lovelies, Christa Leigh here, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you could stop by today. To start us off, I want to say thank you for all of the support on the introduction video. I was blown away by how many views it got in such a short amount of time. I think within the first night it was like at 150 views after 5 hours, and that just blew me away. So thank you for watching. So stay tuned, we are going to continue with the theme of introductions. So I have my phone here with some questions on it for the Get to Know Me tag. So sit back, relax, chug whatever you have with you, and let's get started. Question number 1, are you named after anyone? Yes, I'm named after the film actress Janet Leigh. She was in Bye Bye Birdie with Dick Van Dyke, and she was married to Tony Curtis, and they have their daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis. Question number 2, what does your name mean? My name, Christina, actually means follower of Christ. Number 3, this one comes as a shock to people who live in the same town as I do because they think that I grew up in this area, but I was actually born in California. Question number 4, what is your favorite holiday destination? My personal favorite is classic, gotta get me some Disney World. I love Disney, I grew up with Disney. It's just my go-to place all the time. I will never get tired of it. Question number 5. What is your favorite childhood memory? My favorite childhood memory would probably have to be when I was about 9 years old. My family went on a Disney cruise, and it was close to the last night of the cruise. We were at one of the restaurants, and they were doing karaoke, and little 9-year-old me got up there and belted out "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion. And I got a standing ovation, which is awesome for any little kid, so that felt pretty good. Question number 6, what is your favorite way to pass time? I am such a book nerd, I love reading. I am very picky about my books though, so I tend to stick to like a certain genre, but also I've done this so many times and I'm mad at myself for it. I'll end up buying a book just off of reading the description of it, but I won't actually like read the first chapter, and then I'll start reading it and realize that the writing style is absolutely terrible, and it's so hard for me to get into those books. I have so many books that I just need to get rid of because of that, but I love reading. And if I'm not at home or I don't have time to read through a novel or something, I usually stick to watching YouTube videos or playing games on my phone. Number 7, what is your biggest regret? My biggest regret is probably the amount of time I wasted as a child, because I feel like I could be doing a lot more with my life and my time had I not been such a lazy kid and stayed in bed all day. Number 8, at what age did you go on your first date? I was 16 when I went on my first date. It was awkward as any first date can be, and it didn't progress from there, but the gentleman and I are still really good friends, so I got a good friend out of it, and I'm totally okay with that. Number 9, what is your ideal first date? My ideal first date is probably something a little more laid back and casual, but like not too casual because it is a first date. You're trying to get to know the person. So probably something like, I don't know, just maybe going to get a cup of coffee or taking a walk in the park. Just something laid back where you can just connect with the other person and get to know them better. Number 10, what is something you wish you were gifted at? I would say that I wish I was more gifted at playing musical instruments. Again, with the whole wasted time thing, I had always wanted to pick up instruments. My family is very musical. My sister is very talented. She can pick up any instrument and teach it to herself and be a master at it in like a couple weeks' time. So I always looked up to her for that. I wish I would have done the same thing, but like I said, I wasted my time as a child. So that didn't happen. Number 11, what is one item you cannot leave your house without? Now, this is something I do all the time, and as a college student, it really makes me mad because I see everybody else has this item on college campus, and I tend to leave it all the time. It is my headphones. I can't go to school without headphones. I have to be listening to music at all time. When I'm driving to school, the radio is playing. When I'm driving home, the radio is playing. I can't go without my headphones. It is a miserable day if I do not have music playing with me. Number 12, do you have any pets? Yes, I have 3 pets. I have 1 cat and 2 dogs. And the cat's name is Gideon. She is a gray tabby. And then I have my dog Amber. She was actually the first pet I ever got. We've had her for about 14 years now. And she's getting up there in age, but she still acts like she's 2 years old, and she's my little baby. I love her. And then we have my sister's husky, who is about to be 2 this year. Her name is Coda, and she's wild. Number 13, what is your best physical feature? Now, in my opinion, I really like my eyes. I think they're a really pretty shade of blue, which is my favorite color. So I like my eyes. I'd say they're my best feature. 14, what is your biggest accomplishment? Living. That's a big accomplishment in and of itself. 15, what is your favorite quote? I actually have 2 favorite quotes. The first one is, "If you can dream it, you can do it," by Walt Disney. And the second one is, "Only I can change my life, no one can do it for me," Carol Burnett. 16, now I did mention this in the previous video. The question is, do you have any allergies? Yes, I do. Going further in depth, I am allergic to peanuts, eggs, and all seafood except for clams, but I don't eat seafood anyway, so I kind of count that one as a blessing because it means that my parents won't try to shove any shrimp in my face again. So it's nice. 17, what was the first concert you ever went to? First, and sadly the last concert I ever went to, was the One Direction Where We Are tour in 2014. 18, what was your favorite subject in high school? Lunch. 19, what is the furthest you've ever been from home? My family actually took a trip a few years ago when my sister graduated high school, and we went to France and Spain, and it was beautiful. It was really cold at the time because it was January, and I really want to go back during spring because I think seeing the Eiffel Tower with the blossoms in the spring is just romantic and beautiful, and I really want to experience that one day, so fingers crossed. 20, what is your biggest fear? People who know me know that I get pretty paranoid easily. I freak out over a lot of unnecessary things, but I would say that probably my biggest fear is either myself or someone that I really care for getting a terminal disease, because that's just an awful experience to have to go through. But another one I would say is not being able to have kids. 21, when was the last time you got into a fist fight? The last time I got into a fist fight was when I was in preschool. It was with some little boy. I don't remember what happened. I just remember coming home and staring at myself in the mirror with a black eye. And as far as I remember, it was some dumb dispute. I ended up throwing a chair at him, and the teachers and the students were all just in this big circle around us, like yelling at us to stop, but the teachers didn't actually do anything to stop us. So, yeah, that was cool. 22, who is the best teacher you've ever had? I would definitely have to say senior year in high school, my best teacher was my math teacher. I love her to death. I would not be as good as math as I am today if it was not for her, and I would definitely be failing my math class in college, and that just wouldn't be good. 23, who was your first celebrity crush? A lot of people probably won't know who this is, but my first celebrity crush was George Newbern. He played Brian in Father of the Bride, which was my favorite movie as a child. I would literally watch both the movies back to back like 4 times a day. Again, wasted time, but it was time well spent when you got to watch Brian McKenzie marry Annie Banks. 24, what is one thing that you wish you knew as a kid that you know now? I would probably say that I wish I knew back then that I was not going to please everyone and everyone is not going to please me, and to just take it. 25. What are some of your bad habits? My top 5 worst habits, and I know that some people who know me are going to be like, Christina, I can't believe you do that, but I did say I was going to be honest. So my top 5 worst habits are swearing, laziness, anger, self-doubt, and procrastination. I am a boss at a lot of these, and my best friend's nickname for me is not singular for nothing. So 26. What are some of your hobbies? Guys, if I had a hobby, do you think I'd be making YouTube videos? 27. What countries would you like to visit the most? My top 4 countries that I really want to visit are England, Ireland, Italy, and Australia. I love me a British accent, man. Who doesn't? 28. Do you get mad easily? Shamefully, yes, I tend to lose my temper when I shouldn't. I'm working on it. But yeah, depending on the situation and how bad it is or who it is, yeah, I can get pretty mad easily. 29. If you could have any pet that is not a normal house pet, what would it be? I would say that I would definitely love to have a tiger, because I just think they're beautiful creatures and like, it would just be fun. I don't know. If it didn't eat me, that would be a problem. 30. Do you want to get married later on in life? Yes, I absolutely do want to get married when it is the right person. I obviously have not met that person yet. I'm young, I have time, I still need to figure myself out before I can share myself with anyone else. So when I find the right person and we both have our lives figured out and things are going well for both of us, yes, I do absolutely want to get married one day. And that is all from me, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I post every Saturday. And if you have anything specific you want to see from me, or you have questions that you want to ask to get to know me a little bit better, please feel free to comment down below anything you'd like to see or anything you'd like to ask. I love talking to you guys. I love getting to know people. I can talk to people all day long. So feel free to follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. I also have a now, and they are all at Christa Leigh J. I will link them down below. And I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next week. Bye, lovelies.